When Rick Lagina was digging in the Smith's Cove excavation site, he discovered something terrifying that almost gave him a heart attack. What might be hiding just below the surface of Smith's Cove? He found something so crazy that it changes everything. The team's search for new knowledge in the ancient Smith's Cove was full of optimism, but they were ultimately disappointed. For a long time, people have tried to figure out what's going on in there. Dan Blankenship's preliminary investigations provided the team with useful information. They zeroed in on a specific area close to the massive cofferdam, theorizing that a peculiar U-shaped structure might be concealed there. They thought that inside this structure they would find the solutions to their problems. They claimed that the site's long-guarded secrets could be uncovered by digging up a secret U-shaped structure at this spot. What kind of mysteries lurk in Smith's Cove? Do you know what's even better than the U-shaped structure? The amazing finds that were unearthed. This is going to leave a lot of questions in your mind. Let's see. These findings did not occur simultaneously. They started showing up one after another, and the whole thing became a thrilling adventure. Gary was important in the hunt because he was skilled with a metal detector. He dug through trash cans for something worthwhile to salvage. It didn't take long, though, for his metal detector to create a noise that sent chills down everyone's spines. Something sparkling, possibly a gold coin, was discovered. This was significant since it might be the first treasure they find in Smith's Cove, but more investigation was needed to determine its true nature. As they dug deeper into the find, they realized it was significant. The piece didn't have any machining on the edges, either. Since the first money pit was discovered on Oak Island in 1795, this clue suggested that it was likely made before that year. The discovery piqued interest due to the item's potential value as a treasured artifact from the past. The group was revitalized by this remarkable find, and they set out to continue excavating in the hopes of finding additional precious antiques. Sadness overtook them as they reflected on the adventurous nature of digger Dan Blankenship, who had originally investigated this area in 1971. They hoped that by telling Dan about their findings, they could help solve some of Oak Island's mysteries, which had persisted for centuries. The group persisted in their digging anyway, conscious that each find brought them one step closer to understanding Oak Island. If you need to keep a very valuable secret, these theories automatically become more plausible. They were aware of the gravity of their task, but they were also convinced that the solutions they needed were there under their feet. Will the team give up? They continued their quest while remembering Oak Island's past, which had drawn countless treasure hunters in search of unfathomable wealth and the centuries-old mystery. They were proud to continue the legacy and make their impact on the world in this way. The diligent crew at Smith's Cove encountered obstacles during their painstaking excavation work, but they persisted because they knew the answers they sought were out there. Located on the shores of the stunning Annapolis Basin, the charming community of Smith's Cove was named after British loyalist Joseph Smith. Although researchers have uncovered some promising leads, they acknowledge that much more investigation is required. People will always be intrigued by the mystery of Oak Island because of its allure and complexity. In all candor, I am more optimistic now than I have ever been about this situation. We can definitively demonstrate that there is indeed gold below. Therefore, there's no way to claim that our efforts were fruitless. Smith's Cove, like Oak Island before it, has attracted explorers and scholars in pursuit of buried treasure and the solution to long-standing mysteries. As a result, various investigations and excavations have been conducted, yielding a wide variety of artifacts. What more was discovered in Smith's Cove? You won't believe what they found in the deepest layers under Smith's Cove. They discovered a number of significant artifacts, the most notable of which were box drains, sometimes known as finger drains. Channels leading from the shore to the money pit region were constructed using rocks and coconut fiber drains. The drains are being seen as part of a larger plan to conceal the loot. If anyone tried to dig it up, seawater would fill the drains and protect the riches. This is proof that it's possible it was done for the first time, as the person who did it would have been careful to erase all traces of their work. The discovery of these box drains has cast doubt on the true value of the wealth rumored to be buried on Oak Island. They obviously placed a high value on the treasure back when they dug these tunnels hundreds of years ago. People are now wondering how much more treasure there could be on Oak Island after this discovery has sparked speculation about its value. Now that is exciting. What do these discoveries signify, though? The tension and anticipation build as the crew makes new discoveries. They are eager to learn the reality about Oak Island. They ponder whether or not they will ever find answers to all of the puzzles. They consider the many others who have come before them in search of Oak Island's legendary buried treasure and the solution to its centuries-old mystery. The group is well aware of the rich history to which they have been invited. They gain confidence with each new discovery that they are getting closer to the ultimate breakthrough. They're willing to go to any lengths to find the truth. Even while they are optimistic about their digging at Smith's Cove, they are also aware that their adventure is far from done and that the enigma of Oak Island will continue to challenge them for years to come. At Smith's Cove, archaeologists unearthed a wooden U-shaped structure that had been partially buried in the sand. Whether it served as a mooring facility during the war or was a part of the flood tunnel system is a topic of debate between scientists. The last thing we need is for there to be major disruption in a field that we now find engaging and intriguing, so they have to move very carefully, very methodically, and with a lot of discipline. Coins, pottery shards, and metal artifacts were just some of the many fascinating things they uncovered in Smith's Cove. These many artifacts point to the presence of visitors from various eras and locations. Treasures may have been buried on Oak Island by pirates and sailors, according to certain theories. Treasure seekers aren't the only ones interested in Smith's Cove, experts are also looking into it to learn more about the island. They've cut off the water supply to the money pit, which means this area is part of the flood tunnel network. Now, what is the major development? They discovered a network of tunnels constructed from pebbles and coconut fiber, which may have been part of a cunning plan to conceal wealth. It was widely thought that pirates and sailors frequented Oak Island to bury their treasure. The crew is determined to find solutions despite the obstacles they've encountered. The mystery of Oak Island is deepened by the discovery of artifacts like coconut fiber, ancient paper, and even human bones. The legend that Oak Island is haunted contributes to the island's mystique and air of foreboding. Research was also conducted to gain a better understanding of the area. They employed a specialized radar to investigate the area beneath the surface, and they discovered some peculiar features that could be associated with tunnels or buried wealth. This aided their investigation and study. Some unfortunate treasure hunters have perished in their pursuit of the Oak Island hoard. Carbon monoxide gas caused the deaths of 4 construction workers in the area of the Cove in 1965. This demonstrates how perilous treasure hunting can be. A unique ancient cross dating back to the 14th century was uncovered on the TV episode. Some have speculated that it has historical ties to the ancient Knights Templar. They also uncovered something from the 19th century named Shaft 6. When this disused shaft gave way, the crew discovered a secret passage they theorized led back to the first money pit. This find has aided their further investigation and study. A copy of the mythical 90-foot stone was one of the most incredible artifacts discovered throughout the event. This mysterious stone with illegible symbols was discovered in the money pit in the 19th century. People's renewed fascination in the original stone and its possible link to the treasure is due in large part to the discovery of this copy. Smith's Cove has been a popular destination due to its unusual U-shaped buildings, underground tunnels, and large quantity of historical artifacts. Subscribe if you are finding this content informative so far. There are now more mysteries and questions surrounding Oak Island than ever before, so make sure you're up to date on all the newest news and findings.